Hello, everybody. It is Vince Russo, and today is a very special day because today, many years ago, now I'm going to have to do the math. I guess the year was January 12th. Oh my God, now I got to do the math. 30. 1931. Is that right?
That's right.
Okay, 1931, January 12th, 87 years ago, 87, into this world came a man by the name of, what's your crazy real name again? Give everybody your whole real name, your official birth certificate real name.
Vincenzo Beniamino Russo.
Okay, say that again.
Vincenzo Beniamino Russo.
Now, can you imagine with a name like that? Not only with a name like that, but also like especially the way he looked when he was younger. Can you imagine the ridicule that must have been stowed upon this man in high school? People making fun of him with his name, and he had some kind of a crazy hairdo. He wasn't exactly a good-looking man. But Benjamino who?
Vincenzo Beniamino Russo.
Vincenzo Beniamino Russo came into this world January 12th, 1931, which means it's your 87th. Hang up the phone. You're on my podcast.
I'll call you back. Yeah. Okay, so I'll call you back, okay?
What are you doing? We're on a podcast. You can't answer the phone. Don't you know podcast etiquette?
No.
Are you going senile?
No, I'm not. I'm very sane.
You're very sane.
Okay. That's correct. Keep going.
87 years old. How do you feel today waking up on your 87th birthday?
I feel good. Very good. Chipper.
No aches, no pains, chipper.
No aches. I did my exercises. I had breakfast with my friend. I feel good.
Now, do you, I mean, at 87 years old, do you still wake up with a little hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo?
No. It's a little pea shooter right now, Vincent.
It's a little pea shooter, so it's like a limp noodle when you wake up in the morning.
That's correct.
There's nothing there, just nothing.
That's correct, Vincent.
87 years. That's a long time. Jim Russo, give me some of the highlights. Like, take me through the timeline. Give me some of that. Give me some things that happened in the world over those 87 years, things that stand out to you. Now, I would have to think, as your son, I would have to think over the 87 years, when we look at the history and the timeline, I would have to think right up there has to be 1951, the shot heard around the world. Is that up there?
That is up number one, Vincent. Number one.
Tell everybody the story, because I love when you tell me the story. I love when you set the scene of how this happened. Tell everybody the story. What happened in now? How old were you in 51? 31, 41? You're a 20-year-old kid.
I was a 20-year-old kid. Yes.
I tell everybody the story. I love when you tell the story. Go ahead.
Okay. I'm working in the garment center, okay, and I'm following the Giants. You know, they tied the Dodgers, and it was 5-2. It was 4-2 favor the Dodgers, and my friend Artie Lieberman kept saying to me, "Oh, gee whiz, tomorrow I got to go to work. How am I going to get tickets for the World Series?" You know, so I'm there depressed. I'm packing boxes in there in the garment center, and all of a sudden, my brother-in-law comes running in. Jimmy, the Giants won the pennant. I says, what? I went up to my foreman, who had to be about 250 pounds. I was a big 150. I picked him off the ground. I was so excited. And all my friends in the garment center, in the cutting area, all were Dodger fans. And they were, it was something to behold. It was the most exciting.
You know what's funny? Here's what's funny to me. Okay, at 20 years old, because this has been a pattern your whole life. At 20 years old, Okay, the score was 4-2 in the ninth inning. You had already given up on the Giants. You're depressed. You already gave up on them. Now, fast forward 67 years, when on Tuesday morning, this past Tuesday morning, you actually thought the Georgia Bulldogs were the national champions because you went to bed because you thought the game was over at 2010. See, you got a history. You got a history of giving up on things and going to bed and not watching outcomes.
Well, so what? I thought it was over. They were Alabama looked horrible. I just couldn't see anymore, and I couldn't stand Georgia, so I went to bed.
I literally talked to my father. It was 24 hours after the game ended, and he still thought the Georgia Bulldogs. That's borderline senile.
All right, Vincent. So what?
All right, give me other highlight. Give me another highlight. What's another big highlight? What's another big thing in your life that you remember? You want to tell everybody about give me the year. You want to tell everybody about the cowboy outfit?
Oh, yes, the cowboy. I was 8 years old, and I got this cowboy outfit from my oldest brother. It had chaps, it had beaver fur, it had 2 guns, a belt, a scarf, a hat, everything. And it was the most exciting gift I ever got in my whole life. And it cost my brother $3.
$3.
And that's the only gift I got.
As we stroll down memory lane, give me another highlight.
Another highlight was the birth of my daughter. In 1957, she was only 2.5 pounds, and we had to put her in St. Vincent's Hospital in New York for 2.5 months. And we used to go visit her every every Wednesday and Sunday. And I used to keep her graft every time she gained an ounce. She couldn't get out of the hospital until she was 5 pounds 5 ounces.
What do you mean you used to keep a graph? What, you wrote it down every time she put on an ounce?
That's right. Every time she put on an ounce, we went to the hospital. So she weighed so and so, and I marked my graph.
All right. Fast forward to 2018 now. Do you now, with that same daughter who's now 60 years old, do you keep a graph of every time something stupid comes out of her mouth?
No, it's something stupid doesn't come out of her mouth, Vincent. You just
okay. All right. What else? What else down memory lane? Bring me down memory lane. What else?
And then 1961, my next greatest thriller.
Go ahead. Yeah, my birthday. The highlight of your life, right?
January 24th, 1961.
The highlight of your life.
The highlight. My little boy, Vincent James, came to be.
Now, were you keeping any kind of graphs on me or anything?
No, you were born. You were a healthy little boy. Thank God.
All right. So the highlights of the Giants, the cowboy suit, Debbie's birth, and my birth, correct?
Yeah, right.
All right. Now let's look at some of the lowlifes. Let's look at we got to look at the ups and the downs.
Okay, Red.
Tell everybody what happened. The year, I believe, was 1987. The place, Las Vegas, Nevada. Tell everybody what was happening when you were stealing all that hard candy out of the bowl. Tell everybody how your hero, your knight in shining armor, had to run to your side. Go ahead, tell everybody.
I took a couple of hot candies from this guy's little bowl of one of the amusement facilities. And he came storming out and yelling at me, "What are you doing? You're taking all my candy. I need it for my customers." And he was really irate. And you came across and said, "What's the matter with you?" He only took a couple of candies. And you came at my bedside.
I came right to your aid. Right there I came. And I protected you. I threw you behind me and I protected you, right?
You did. Okay. Yes.
All right. Now let's also talk about maybe some lowlifes. Okay. What year were you married?
1955.
Okay, 1955. What was June 4th?
1955. That's right. Correct.
June 4th. Hey, how you got to respect the way I remembered that day, June 4th.
I know. I even respect you. Remember my birthday.
Okay. All right. Let's not get crazy. All right. June 4th, 1955. This was the day when it all changed, because this is the day when you married a woman by the name of Teresa Russo. And on this day, you were completely emasculated. You completely had your pants ripped off. You became subservient. And from that point on, your life was no longer the same. Would you care to comment on that?
Yes, I can. That's the way it is. Yes, yes, I was subservient. Yes, okay, I agree. I just that's my nature. I just took things as it came. No matter what.
All right. All right. What else? Any other highs and lows you want to talk about as we stroll down memory lane? Anything?
Well, I was proud that I went to night school and I got my master's degree in 1983. That was a big highlight.
Tell everybody how old. This is a good lesson of people listening. How old were you when you got your master's degree?
Oh, geez, 83.
83. And you were born in 31, 30, 40, 50, 60,
I
70,
think 54 years.
52 years old.
Okay, yeah.
52 years old, and you went back to school and you got your master's degree. That's a great accomplishment.
Yes, it is, Vincent. Okay.
What else?
Well,
Do you want to tell everybody how when you went? Go ahead. I'm sorry. What now? Go ahead.
the trip when we went to Florida in
68.
1968.
Yeah,
That was
yeah. Do you want to tell? Okay, yeah. Now that we're talking about Florida, 1968.
before about the hamburger.
Tell them again. Tell them again in case they missed it. Tell them what you did to me when I was 7 years old. 7 years old. Tell them.
Well, we went with my brother and his two children and his wife, and we all, we were kind of strapped for money, and we ate like cold cuts all the time. And you never like cold cuts, you never tasted them, and you wanted a hamburger. And I told you, you're not getting a hamburger. And you start crying, and I gave you a slap because I didn't want to give you a hamburger. I said,
child abuse. Child abuse.
and I insisted you eat the. I insist you eat the cold cuts and no hamburger. So you didn't get the hamburger.
No, you went and got the hamburger eventually after you beat me up.
Oh, I did. I don't remember that.
Oh, okay. Tell everybody. I don't think we ever told anybody this story before. Okay, and since it's your birthday, let's bring it to light. Tell everybody about. I believe this was Trumbull, Connecticut.
Okay. Yes.
I believe it was a snowy winter's day.
We're going to talk about the bumper again. But
I believe it was a snowy winter's day. All of a sudden, I'm at home minding my own business. I get a call. There's been some kind of a fender bender because the roads were icy. Once again, I had to go bail him out. I had to go bail out Jim Russo. So, I got to get dressed. The hazardous roads. I almost killed myself going to save him. I drive upon the scene, and the man is walking around aimlessly carrying a car bumper, just walking around carrying his car bumper. To this day, the question remains, what the hell did you intend to do with that car bumper?
I don't think it was a bumper. You made it up. It was the apron from the bumper that I was carrying around. The bumper was still attached to the car, but it was hanging. It wasn't a bumper.
It was the whole bumper you were carrying around.
Well, I thought maybe I could put in the car. Maybe the guy, when I got back to New York, maybe he'll be able to fix it for me. Okay, if that's the way it is, yes.
Yeah, so you were going to drive from Connecticut all the way back to New York with a banged up bumper in your back seat. That's what you were going to do.
Yeah, yes. Okay. What's wrong with that?
I never heard of anything like that. What else? Give me some other highlights as we stroll. 87 years. I mean, there had to be more memorable moments. Give me one more memorable moment. 87 years.
Oh, jeepers. Oh, another one I enjoyed when you used to catch in baseball and you teamed the Indians, I think they were, and you won the pennant.
And tell everybody the scene. Tell everybody the scene that you caused when I was a freaking 12-year-old kid in front of a packed house at the baseball field. Tell everybody how you carried on. Go ahead.
Would you repeat that again?
Tell everybody I was a 12-year-old kid and you're down at the baseball field. You're supposed to be supporting me. Tell everybody how you carried on and what happened.
Oh, when I argued about a call and the umpire says you want to watch the game from the parking lot, and he threw me out of the
The
out of the.
umpire threw you out of a 12-year-old's game and asked you if you wanted to make the calls from the parking lot and removed you from the premises because you were out of control. And
Well, yeah.
that's a proudful moment.
Well, I didn't say it was a proudful moment. I was talking about when you won the pennant with the Indians. Remember, you were the catcher.
Yes, I do.
You were
Yes.
at the park. Well, that's what I'm talking. I'm not talking about the time I got thrown out of the park.
I remember those times. I remember the time you got thrown out of the park. Those are the times I remember.
Well, that's a low dime. I was telling you about the high. You asked me about the highlight. That was a highlight.
What about the time? What about the time you traumatized me on Super Bowl Sunday, and I was running around the house, and you caused me to crack.
Why didn't you tell him the real story? Why didn't you tell him that you had you just got over the flu? It was 6 degrees outside, and you wanted to go throw a football around in the cold weather when you just got over the flu, and you come running around the lanai, and you slipped and hit your chin on a tile, and you cut your chin up. I had to take it to the hospital.
You were chasing me around the house. You were chasing me around the house.
Because you insisted on going out. I said, you're not going out. And you ran around, and you're the one who tripped. It wasn't that I pushed you. You ran around, and you cut your chin. I had to take you to the hospital to get stitches.
Get stitches, child abuse.
Yeah, no, it wasn't child abuse.
All right.
I was just looking out for your health.
All right. Calm down over there. You're 87 years old. You got to watch the ticker. Yeah, tell everybody too now. But 87-year-old man. Let's talk to everybody because I'm concerned about some of these. I'm concerned about your physical condition. Okay. First of all, we've already established you got a limp noodle down there. It's over. Nothing. That's it. It's done. Right. Nothing happens.
That's correct.
And yes. I even suggested to you there are pills for that. Extends and all this crap. You're telling me that won't happen.
No,
that won't help.
No pill. No.
Okay. Now unless what?
Unless you take Viagra, and why should I take that?
Why not?
Why not? Why for? What am I going to do?
Maybe you'll get some action if you take Viagra.
At 87 years old, what kind of action could you have, Vincent? Who's going to want an 87-year-old with a limp note? Okay.
All right, let's move on. Now, the last time I counted, correct me if I'm wrong, because maybe more have been added in the last couple of weeks, and you haven't told me about it. What are you up to? Last time I checked, you had 6 stents in your heart or something like this. How many you got in there now?
It's in 4, Vincent. I never had any more than 4.
No, 4 stints. Okay, so you're walking around now with a limp noodle and 4 stints in your heart, right?
That's correct.
Okay, now tell everybody too that I don't even know how this started, but a couple of years ago, you got a very strange addiction where you would go to some kind of doctor and he just would start cutting your nose off. Tell everybody about that. Tell everybody about. They need to know.
I had this growth down my neck that didn't want to heal. Okay, and Debbie told me, Daddy says that's not right. It looks bad. So I went to a dermatologist, and it was malignant, and I had to go to this place where they had to cut it open, and then I had to take a biopsy, and it was cancerous. So from that point on, I go to dermatologist every 6 months.
Well, what about when he shaved half your nose off and you called me crying about that? What about that?
I had another growth right by my nose on the left side of my cheek, and he cut that out too because it was cancerous. And
now let me go ahead. What else? And then he took off half your ear, didn't he?
Then he went to my ear. Yeah. Okay. And then the last one was, I don't know. I think it was 3 times he cut me open. Okay.
Okay. Now let me ask you a question. How many 87-year-old men? How many 87-year-old men have you heard died of skin cancer? I've not heard of one. I've not heard of one 87-year-old man that died of skin cancer.
I have no idea. I don't keep records.
Yeah, because the guy's a hack. The guy's a hack, and you got taken.
Vincent, you got to believe in doctors that if you got something growth on your face, you should take care of it. What do you do? You just ignore it.
Can a doctor do anything about that thing sitting on top of your head? I don't. What do you got going on top of your head these days?
What do you call
When are you? What? No, I'm talking about your hair. What the heck is that on top of your head? When are you just going to shave your head? It's over. It's over. There's nothing up there.
So what do you want me to do? Make me bald?
Yes.
Well, I just get a short haircut. That's what it is. It's short.
Oh,
What do you want me to do? I lost my hair, Vincent.
oh, okay. All right. Now, all right. Listen.
Shave my head, then I got to shave it all the time.
So what's the problem with that?
I don't like to shave my head. Why would I want to do that? What do you think I look like with no hair?
Listen, tell everybody you're an 87-year-old man, right?
Yeah.
Tell everybody what you bowled on Wednesday. Go ahead. Tell everybody out there what you bowled on Wednesday.
104, 121, and 107.
And also, that was with the bumpers up. Tell everybody.
No bumpers, Vincent. There's no. It's a regular Oak Run League. It's not no bumpers, Vincent.
Let me ask you a question. When you're an 87-year-old man and
Yes.
you're bowling a 104 and a 107, at any point do you tell yourself, maybe I shouldn't bowl anymore?
No, I just say I hate this game. That's it, and I get ticked. All right. Yeah,
Okay.
you're right.
Yeah, of course, I'm always right. Okay, listen to me. Tell me about what big plans you got for your 87th birthday. What are the big plans today?
Well, the only big plans I got is my friend Nicky invited me for dinner tonight. He's going to have a birthday cake for me tonight.
Now is this you told me that he was? Is this the night he's taking you to an expensive restaurant or anything?
No, that's out because he can't take me tonight, and he can't take me Sunday because they got plans.
What are you looking at? I'm trying to talk to you. What are you filing your?
No, my watch fell off my wrist. Okay, yeah, got it.
Oh, you mean you still have a watch and that little monster didn't take that watch from you? Tell everybody how. Tell everybody how your great grandson rifles through your drawers and takes everything from you, including your shoehorn. Tell everybody that.
The kid likes to go scrimmage through because I keep a lot of old watches and wristbands, and he likes to go through it. And he saw this shoehorn I had and he took the shoehorn.
What's a kid gonna do with a shoehorn? I don't understand that. Why does the kid got to take your shoehorn?
I don't know. Maybe it's something unusual. Maybe he never saw a shoehorn before. He didn't know what it was.
Is he a little slow?
No, he's not. He's a very bright child, Vincent. He's very bright. Why do you always have to pick on Sean? I mean, don't you have
now, what about so what are the big? I want to know what your family over there, because you left me high and dry here in Colorado. You left me here. You didn't care about me. You left me behind. What?
What are you talking about? I left you where?
1999. We're all living on Long Island. Everything's happy, and you up and left, and you and your daughter, who you were keeping a graft on. Everybody up and leaves and goes to Florida. You left me by myself.
Wait a minute. I left you in 93. Okay,
93. Yes.
Okay. Tell him why I left.
You left me. You abandoned me
I left to go to Florida. You tell me.
Yeah, abandoning me.
Think about me refinancing a home. I only had about 8 years left on my mortgage. I was paying like what, $250 a month and then I had to refinance because you talked me into going to business.
All right. All right. We don't need to talk about that right now. Okay. Enough about that.
Yeah.
You don't want me. You left me an orphan. And you and your darling daughter, who you keep the graphs of, you never kept the graph of me. You and your darling daughter. Oh, we moved to Ocala of all places. So now that's your family. You dumped me. Now that's your family. So since that's your family, I want to know, what great plans do they have for you on your 87th birthday?
Take me out tomorrow to Longhorns for dinner for my birthday tomorrow.
And tell everybody where this is going to take place.
In Gainesville, Florida.
So in other words, they make an 87-year-old man with 6 stints, can no longer get it up, half a face, balding, They make you get in a car in the middle of the night. God knows if ice is on the road, God knows, and drive all the way to get. They don't even come to you on your radio. What kind of people is this we're talking about?
It was my choice. It was my choice. I went there. Okay, I went there.
You did your 87th birthday. They don't even come to you.
So what? What difference does it make?
You know I
But
don't. You know I don't like you driving at night. I got to worry about you. But that none of that matters.
wait a minute, Vincent. I'll be driving on the. It's still daylight. I'll be leaving right after church. At 5 o'clock, it doesn't get dark here till 6, so I got an hour to get to Gainesville, and I'm driving in daylight.
Yeah,
Okay,
you driving in
I
daylight
stay
or not?
on the right side.
Yeah.
I go 60 miles an hour, and I
Okay.
drive safely.
Okay.
So what's the big deal?
Do you? Oh, here's the big deal.
What's the big deal?
Here's the big deal, hero. Here's the big deal, hero. Do you remember the last time I came and visited you over the summer?
Yeah.
Within the first 5 minutes of when you were driving me someplace, within the first 5 minutes, you went the wrong way down a one-way street. Do you remember that?
Yes, I did. Yes.
Okay, and you're going to drive 45. You're going to drive
once by Walmart and once by
twice.
track.
And you're going to and you're going to drive 45 minutes to Gainesville in the dark on icy roads.
No, Vincent, there's no ice in Florida, Vincent. When do you come up with ice? It's 60 degrees, Vincent. See what you're telling the people? You distort them with all your lies and your exaggerations, Vincent.
It's unbelievable. And here's the topper. Let me tell everybody. Hey, let me tell her.
Just like Bobby. Same way.
Let me tell everybody the topper. Here's the topper. Okay, let me tell everybody the topper. Okay, so now on his 87th birthday, we already established the man can't drive. And not only could he do damage to himself, he could do damage to other people on the road. But they're too lazy to go to Gainesville. But here's the kicker: he'll drive to Gainesville, and it'll be my sister that he was keeping the graphs on. Are you going to keep a graph on how much she eats so you could tell me?
No.
All right.
She's only no.
Okay, so here's who it's going to be. It's going to be the daughter. The daughter that he kept the graph on. It's going to be the special ed kid, the great grandson who steals shoehorns. It's going to be him. It's going to be his niece Chloe, who he loves and treasures, and it's going to be Chloe's head. Chloe's head. Yeah, that's right. Chloe's husband. This kid Zach, Chloe's husband, has a tremendous head. I'm even concerned if he's going to be able to fit through the door at Longhorn.
Oh my God! But first of all, what is Chloe to me again? Would you repeat that?
Your granddaughter.
Okay, you said my niece. See?
Yeah, she's a granddaughter. And also, let's not forget the fact. She's a runaway. Remember, she's a runaway. Remember that? The Chloe you love, she's a runaway. Remember that?
Okay, yes.
And who saved that day? Who threw on his cape? Wait a minute. Let me finish. Who threw on his cape and drove from Atlanta to Florida in the icy roads to go find the runaway? Me. Who did you do that?
So she had a bad childhood. Right. She was but I'm proud of her because she developed into a good mother.
I'm not concerned about that. All right, so we got the daughter, we got the runaway, we got the special ed kid, we got the guy with the big head. We hopefully will have my nephew Greg, who I like. Greg's the only sane one and the only smart one at the bunch. But the only problem with Greg now is he's engaged to some kind of Indian woman, and there's going to be some kind of a wedding in India, and they're going to come in on elephants and all this. And I'm telling you, I don't want to get roped into that. I'm not going to any wedding in India. I'm not getting roped into that. But here's my point. So there's going to be my sister, the runaway kid, the special ed kid, the guy with the big head, Greg, and the Indian. There's going to be 6 people. Okay, so at Longhorn. So let's do the math. At Longhorn, you're looking at $25 a pop for every single person. So at the end of the day, we're talking for a bill. We're talking about a bill for $150. So now they're all taking him out for his 87th birthday. He's driving. He's going to them. They don't go to him in the icy road conditions. 6 people. The bill's easily going to be $150. And I guarantee you 100% when that bill comes, every one of them are going to excuse themselves and go to the bathroom. And on your birthday, you're going to get stuck with a bill for $150 because you get roped into everything.
That's not so. They're going to treat me. I'm not going to be paying. And they don't excuse themselves. They pay the bill.
Do you remember? Do you remember? Let me tell everybody what kind of a son I am out there. I don't think I told this story before because I want everybody to see how I'm the neglected kid, because on his birthday he's going to spend $150 on everybody's dinner. Okay, let me tell you people. See, this is why I'm the way I am, and I have all these issues. When my father turned 60 years, well, no, I'm not even going to talk. All right, that's not even what I'm talking about. When my father turned 60 years, what does his son do? What does his son do? Buys him a trip to San Francisco. We go to Candlestick Park, the tour. And as a matter of fact, you didn't even mention that in the top memory. See? That's how much what?
Well, yeah, it eluded me, Vincent. You know, we went on to the subject.
That memory's erased from your head. Me taking you to but yet you remember the kid stealing the shoehorn.
Well, did you remember? I looked at the book the other day and I read the itinerary. I just happened to read the book in 1960.
Yeah, because you're trying to make it up to me 27 years later. No, it's gone. You can't make that up to me. And but let me tell everybody. Let me tell everybody the story. Many, 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 many years later. Many, many, many years later, I again take my father to San Francisco. What year was that? You were looking at the itinerary. What year was that? The Sacramento. What?
2000, 2001?
2001. It's when AT&T Park just opened. I'm going to bring my father again, carte blanche. I'm going to bring my father to San Francisco. AT&T Park just opens. We go to the Giants' first 3 games at AT&T Park, and I'll never forget that. You don't even remember this. Do you know we went to those games the year Bonds broke the home run record, and we saw him hit the very first home run of that season?
That's correct.
Yeah, see? So, okay, so then that's not enough. We go to the first 3 games. Then I bring my father to Dodger Stadium. The Giants played the Dodgers in Dodger Stadium, and because of his mouth.
Answer the phone.
Huh?
No,
no phone. Who's calling you? That's more important to me. What? Who's calling you? The kid with the guy with the big head?
Maybe the one who wished me happy birthday. Okay,
I don't care. I don't care. You're not going to weasel out of this.
I'm not going to. We go.
And then we go to Dodger Stadium. And I also remember in Dodger Stadium, you were mouthing off to Dodger fans. And again, I had to step in. And you almost got me in a fight.
I don't remember that. I didn't remember
that. Okay. But here's the thing. Let me tell you. Let me get to my point. The point is, we already established he's paying for his own birthday dinner tonight at $150.
I'm not paying for my birthday.
So we went to this trip, and it was me, you, Will, VJ, and Jeremy Boresh. Remember Jeremy Boresh went with us?
Yes, of course I remember Jeremy. Yes.
The 5 of us went. Okay. We're there for about a week. I'm taking my father to all these great places to eat, all these fine restaurants in San Francisco, carte blanche. I'm paying for everything. I'm even paying for that bum Jeremy's meals. I'm paying for everything. God knows what this thing is costing me. I'm still paying credit card bills for this trip that happened 15 years ago. So I'm paying all these expensive 5-star restaurants. I'm paying for his hotel, everything. It's all on me. Finally, the last day of the trip, we're running a little late. So we had to eat breakfast quickly. So the first thing we see is a Burger King. And we're saying, okay, let's eat at this Burger King. Okay. This is why I got heat with my father. This is why I'm neglected. After spending hundreds and hundreds of dollars on my father eating at the finest restaurants in San Francisco, we go to this Burger King on the last day. We go up there, we all order from the value menu. My father sees that, we all order from the value menu. He goes to the head of the line, pushes all of us back and says, I got this. I got this one. I got this one. In other words, do you see what happened here? I spent hundreds of dollars on his food for the week. He got the last Burger King bill that was probably about $6. But yet he's going to go spend $150 tomorrow on his own birthday dinner. How do you justify that?
Time. Don't you remember? I took all of you to Denny's, and we had a nice breakfast. And it wasn't the last day; it was in the middle of the week when we went to the Burger King. Then I treated you to Denny's. Okay,
Denny's. I was bringing you to 4 or 5-star restaurants. You have Denny's?
Come on. You call Chinatown a 5-star restaurant, Vincent? Huh? You call that a 5-star restaurant? What was it? The Chinese place. Remember Chinatown? And then we took the place across the street from the stadium. You brought me there. I don't remember any other ones. Oh, you took me to Hardee's, right? We had Hardee's. You treated me at Hardee's.
Let me tell you something about you. You got at 87 years old, got a very selective memory. Very selective.
You're the one who's got the selective memory. You exaggerate every little incident, Vincent. You throw everything out of whack. You never tell the truth, okay?
Listen, did you see your friend Bobby this morning for your birthday?
Yeah, he treated me for my birthday, yes.
So you met the guys this morning. Tell me who was there this morning, who you met.
Just me and Bobby. That's it.
Oh, just the two of you and Bobby.
That's it.
And where did he take you?
We went to McDonald's.
And did he wish you a happy birthday?
Yes, he wished me happy, and he treated me. Yes, he wished me happy birthday.
Okay,
and
so
calls already, and I can't answer. Everybody wants to wish me happy birthday, but
too bad. They're gonna have to wait. They're gonna have to wait every single one.
Okay.
All right. So tonight you're going over to Nikki's. You're gonna have they're gonna make you a nice birthday cake over there at Nikki's.
Yes, correct. And yeah, they're gonna have dinner.
What are you doing between now and then? You got any other plans for the rest of the day?
Yeah, I'll probably watch Gunsmoke from 1 to 3.
Oh, gee whiz.
Then I'll take a nap, and then I'll go to Nikki's.
Why are you sitting there in the dark like a vampire?
Well, what do you want me to do?
You got no lights on in the joint.
So all of a sudden you're going to say, you want me to put the light on? Is that going to help?
No, it's all right. Well, no, it's all right. It's better that I don't see you in good light with that haircut and whatever else you got going on there. All right. Listen, there a lot. Let me tell you something. What? Okay. What now?
I'm not vain. I don't care what my hair looks like, Vincent. I just don't care.
It's obvious. I
get a short haircut because that's what I want. Okay? It's
obvious.
And I'm not going to shave my head. All right. So let's go on. Keep going.
Listen, I heard a rumor. Let me. I heard a rumor. Hold on a minute. Hold on. I gotta get some props. I heard a rumor that let's get back to the runaway and the guy with the big head. They have 2 kids. My niece's kid is the special ed kid who steals shoehorns. And then the big-headed guy, he's got his own kid, and they live together right now. From what I understand, the guy with the big head yells and screams at these 2 little kids like a lunatic. Is that right?
Yes.
Yells at them, screams at these 2 little kids, right?
Okay.
Now here's what my father told me, which I found hard to believe. The runaway is now pregnant with their first child together, right?
Yes.
Okay. And since the guy with the big head yells at the kids all the time, he wants this child who's not born yet who is still in the womb to get used to to him yelling at the baby. He wants the child to get used to that before the child's even born. So he basically, you told me now, the guy literally bought a bullhorn and he goes up to the runaway's stomach and says,
"Hey, put that down. Hey, what are you doing? Quit running around the house."
Because he wants the baby to get used to him yelling and screaming at him when it comes out. Is there any truth to that?
No. You come up with these things, Vincent. Where do you get these ideas from, Vincent? Do you stay up nights thinking of these things, Vincent?
All right, listen to me.
Why do you bother putting me on this tube with your nonsense?
Who knows? Who knows? Listen, I want to tell you something. I put out a tweet today. Let me ask you this, just for shits and giggles. Do you have any idea what a tweet is? What's a tweet? Tell everybody what a tweet is.
I don't know what a tweet is.
You don't know. Of course you don't. Okay, I put out a tweet this morning. Okay, I have I got like 53,000 followers. And I put out a tweet this morning. And I said, today is the birthday of the man, the myth, the legend, Jim Russo, 87 years old. I put two pictures up. I put a picture up of when you were here and we did the podcast together. And I put another picture together of when I was a baby. Yeah, and here's another. I was a baby. You were holding me. You had this little ridiculous fireman's helmet on, a little plastic fireman's helmet on. You look like a big jewel. I put that picture up side by side. I start getting hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of birthday wishes for you. People saying they love you. They love you on the show. Happy birthday, Papa Russo. Hundreds and hundreds. What do you want to say to those people out there? Total strangers that are wishing you a happy birthday.
I appreciate that you wish me a happy birthday, even though my son is throwing big gigs at me, but I appreciate it.
And let me tell you something. I guarantee you these total strangers would gladly buy you dinner on your birthday, but yet you're going to drive 45 minutes in God knows what kind of weather and shell out 150 clams out of your own pocket.
Will you stop saying I'm not going to shell a penny? Vincent, do you know when we went to William's wedding, they paid for the hotel, they paid for the meals. I didn't pay a dime with Debbie and Chloe. Do you know that?
How do you know they paid? How do you know they paid?
They wouldn't let me pay one nickel, Vincent.
How do you know they paid? How do you know?
I don't pay one nickel, Vincent.
How do you know they paid for it and didn't skip out on the bill?
They couldn't. How could you skip out on the bill, Vincent? They paid that. I saw them pay the bill.
And what did I tell you? What did I tell you last time about picking your ear during podcasts?
I'm not picking my nose.
Picking your ear 2 seconds ago, digging in there up to your knuckle. Yes.
It's a tick. You know, I got.
If a Gavone does that.
Well, I got nervous energy, Vincent. I can't sit still. Okay.
All right. Listen,
that's my nature.
I've had enough of you today. Listen, I'm wishing you a happy birthday.
Okay.
On behalf of everyone in the brand, everyone who loves you, when you come on the show, we're all wishing you a happy birthday.
Thank you, everybody. I really appreciate it. God bless you all, and thank you very, very much.
All right. Listen, don't go anywhere yet. I'm gonna say goodbye and I'm gonna stop the show, but don't you go anywhere yet, so I could tell you goodbye when I stop the show. Okay, you got that?
I got it. I understand.
All right, everybody. There you have it. The man, the myth, the legend. Happy 87th birthday, Jim Russo. We love you. Thank you for being my dad. Thank you for everything you did for me over the years. Even though, let's be honest, you traumatized me. You beat me up over a hamburger. Yeah, I mean, we can go on and on and on. But I love you anyway, regardless. Happy birthday. I will see everybody next time. Same bat time, same bat channel.